The rest.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Magnanatimirandasya Gyananjanachalakaya Chakshurunmiritam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Svayam Rupa Kadamahyam Darati Swaparantikam. Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yutapatakamalам Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sarvaitam Savarutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bando Jagatpate Kupesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषापानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमः विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामी नितिनामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवारि पाश्चात्य जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासारि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna, Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Sorry for being late.
All goes to Srila Prabhupada.
And welcome to reading session. Hare Krishna.
Most humble obeisances, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Jai.
Okay, Haribol, let's start.
Pranam, Jai Srila.
Jai Srila Prabhupada. Okay, who wants to read first verse? Chapter 9, text 16.
May Prabhu.
Oh, you can read.
Continue, Prabhu. Continue.
Okay. Aham kratur. The tune. Okay. Aham kratur. Aham yakya. Swadaham. Aham ausadam. No, this is not. Okay. Mantroham. Aham eva. Cham. Aham aknir. Aham hutam. Aham I. Kratu. Ritual. Aham I. Yakya. Sacrifice. Swada. Oblation. Aham I. Ausadam, healing herb, mantra, transcendental chant, aham I, Eva certainly, Adyam, melted butter, aham I, Agni, fire, aham I, Hutam, offering. Translation, but it is I who am the ritual, I, the sacrifice, the offering to the ancestors, the healing herb, the transcendental chant. I am the butter and the fire and the offering. Purport. The sacrifice known as Jyotishtoma is also Krishna, and he is also the Mahayagya. The oblations offered to the Pitraloka, or the sacrifice performed to please the Pitraloka, considered as a kind of drug in the form of clarified butter, is also Krishna. The mantras chanted in this connection are also Krishna. And many other commodities made with milk products for offering in the sacrifice are also Krishna. The fire is also Krishna because fire is one of the 5 material elements and is therefore claimed as the separated energy of Krishna. In other words, the Vedic sacrifices recommended in the Karma Kanda division of the Vedas are in total also Krishna. Or in other words, those who are engaged in rendering devotional service unto Krishna are to be understood to have performed all the sacrifices recommended in the Vedas. Do I read the second one also? Or?
Yes, Prabhu, you can read one more. Haribol.
Okay, thank you. Itaham asya jagato. Why do? Okay, yeah, whatever. Mata data pitamaha etyam pavitram omkara viksamaya churyevacha. Pita, father, aham, I, asya, of this, Jakataha, of the universe, Mata, mother, data, supporter, pitamaha, grandfather, vedyam, what is to be known, pavitram, that which purifies, omkara, the syllable om, rik, the rik veda, sama, the sama veda, yaju, the yajur veda, eva, certainly, ja, and translation. I am the father of this universe, the mother, the support, and the grandsire. I am the object of knowledge, the purifier, and the syllable om. I am also the Rik, the Sama, and the Yajur Vedas. Purport. The entire cosmic manifestations, moving and non-moving, are manifested by different activities of Krishna's energy. In the material existence, we create different relationships with different living entities who are nothing but Krishna's marginal energy. But under the creation of Prakriti, some of them appear as our father, mother, grandfather, creator, etc. But actually they are parts and parcels of Krishna. As such, these living entities who appear to be our father, mother, etc. are nothing but Krishna. In this verse, the word Data means creator. Not only are our father and mother parts and parcels of Krishna, but their creator, grandmother, and grandfather, etc., are also Krishna. Actually, any living entity being part and parcel of Krishna is Krishna. All the Vedas, therefore, aim only toward Krishna. Whatever we want to know through the Vedas is but a progressive step to understand Krishna. That subject matter which helps us purify our constitutional position is especially Krishna. Similarly, the living entity who is inquisitive to understand all Vedic principles is also part and parcel of Krishna, and as such is also Krishna. In all the Vedic mantras, the word Om, called Pranava, is a transcendental sound vibration and is also Krishna. And because in all the hymns of the four Vedas, Sama, Yajur, Rik, and Atharva, the Pranava or Omkara is very prominent, it is understood to be Krishna. Thank you, Hari Bol.
Haribol, you chanted so many times Krishna. That was really nice, Haribol. This purport is full of Krishna. Yeah, really nice verse and purport. Okay, who wants to read next one?
May
Yes, Prabhu. Haribol.
गते भारत प्रभुः साक्षी नैव सह स्राणां सुहृत् प्रभावः प्रलयः सत्तनं निन्दनं बीजम् अव्ययम् गति goal bharata sustainers prabhu lord saksi witness nevasaha obdoid saranam refuge surit suriti most intimate friend prabhavaha creation pralyaha dissolution sattanam ground nindanam resting place bijam seed avyayam imperishable. In translation, I am the goal, the sustainer, the master, the witness, the abloyed, the refuge, and the most dear friend. I am the creation and the annihilation, the basis of everything, the resetting place, and the eternal seed. Purport. Gati means the destination where we want to go, but the ultimate goal is Krishna. Although people do not know it, one who does not know Krishna is misled, and his so-called progressive march is neither partial or hallucinatory. There are many who makes as their destination different demigods, and by rigid performance of the strict respective methods they reach different planets known as Chandraloka, Suryaloka, Indraloka, Maharloka, etc. But all such lokas are planets being creations of Krishna and also are simultaneously Krishna and not Krishna. Actually, such planets being the manifestation of Krishna's energy are also Krishna, but actually they only serve as a step forward for realization of Krishna. To approach the different energies of Krishna is to approach Krishna indirectly. One should directly approach Krishna, for that will save time and energy. For example, if there is a possibility of going to the top of a building by the help of an elevator, why should one go by the staircase step by step? Everything is resting on Krishna's energy. Therefore, without Krishna shelter, nothing can exist. Krishna is the supreme ruler because everything belongs to him and everything will exists on his energy. Krishna being situated in everyone's heart, he is the supreme witness, the ultimate, sorry, the residences, countries or planets on which we live are also Krishna. Krishna is the ultimate goal of shelter, and as such, one should take shelter of Krishna, neither for protection or for annihilation of his distressed condition. And whenever we have to take protection, we should know that our protection must be a living force. Thus, Krishna is the supreme living entity. Since Krishna is the source of our generation or the supreme father, no one can be a better friend than Krishna, nor can anyone be a better well wisher. Krishna is the original source of creation and the ultimate rest after annihilation. Krishna is therefore the eternal cause of all causes. Text 90. May I continue or wants to continue?
Does
Too
someone
many devotees.
want to continue? Or
Hare Krishna, bro. Okay, I will do.
Hare Krishna.
Adharan Pranam Prabhu, Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Yes, Sri Bhagavad. Tapami aham varsam nigra nigranami utsarjami cha amratam cheva mrityocha sad asad saham arjuna. Tapami, give heat. Aham, I. Vasham, rain. Nigrahanami, withhold. Ucharjami, send forth. Cha and Amratam, immortality. Cha and ever. Cha, certainly. Mrityuha, death. Cha and Sad, being. Asad, non being. Cha and Aham, I. Arjuna, O Arjuna. Translation. O Arjuna, I control heat, the rain and the drought. I am immortality and I am also death personified. Both being and non-being are in me. Purport. Krishna by his different energies diffuses, diffuses heat and light through the agency of electricity and the sun. During summer season, it is Krishna who checks rain from falling rain from following from the sky, and then during the rainy season he give an unceasing torrent of rain. The energy which sustains us by prolonging the duration of our life is Krishna, and Krishna meet us at the end as death. By analyzing all these different energy of Krishna, one can ascertain that Krishna there is that for Krishna there is no distinction between matter and spirit, or in other words, he is both matter and spirit. In the advanced stage of Krishna consciousness, one does not therefore make such distinctions. He sees Krishna only in everything. Since Krishna is both matter and spirit, the gigantic universal form comprising all material manifestations is also Krishna, and his pastime in the Vrindavan as two-handed Shyamasundar playing on the flute are those of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Haribo, thank you so much, Prabhu.
Okay, Prabhu.
Let's read next one. Okay, Haribo, I can also read one. त्रैविद्या मां सोमपः पूतपापा यज्ञरिष्ट्वा स्वर्गतिं प्रार्थयन्ते ते पुण्याम् असाद्य सुरेन्द्रलोकम् अश्नन्ति दिव्यान् दिवि देवभोगान्. Traividya, the knowers of the three Vedas, Mam unto me, Somapa, drinkers of Soma juice, Puta, purified, Papa, sins, Yagnai, with sacrifices, Istva, after worshipping, Svargatim, passage to heaven, Prarthayante, pray, Te, they, Punyam, virtue, Asada, Asadya, enjoying, Surendra, of Indra, Lokam, world, Asnanti, enjoy, Divyan, celestial, Divi, in heaven, Deva Bhogan, pleasures of the gods. Translation. Those who study the Vedas and drink the Soma juice, seeking the heavenly planets, worship me indirectly. They take birth on the planet of Indra, where they enjoy godly delights. Purport. The word Traividya refers to the three Vedas, Sama, Yajur, and Rig. A Brahmana who has studied these three Vedas is called a Trivedi. Anyone who is very much attached to knowledge derived from these three Vedas is respected in society. Unfortunately, there are many great scholars of the Vedas who do not know the ultimate purport of studying them. Therefore, Krishna herein declares himself to be the ultimate goal for the three Vedas. Actual three Vedis take shelter under the lotus feet of Krishna and engage in pure devotional service to satisfy the Lord. Devotional service begins with the chanting of Hare Krishna mantra, and side by side trying to understand Krishna in truth. Unfortunately, those who are simply official students of the Vedas become more interested in offering sacrifices to the different demigods like Indra, Chandra, etc. By such endeavor, the worshippers of different demigods are certainly purified of the contamination of the lower qualities of nature and thereby elevated to the higher planetary systems or heavenly planets known as Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapoloka, etc. Once situated on those higher planetary systems, one can satisfy his senses hundreds of thousands of times better than on this planet. Okay, one more. Titam bhuktva svargalokam vishalam kshine punye martyalokam vishanti evam trayi dharmam anuprapanna gata gatam kama labante. Tete, tam that, bhuktva enjoying svargalokam, heaven, vishalam, vast, kshine, being exhausted, punye merits, martyalokam, mortal earth, vishanti, fall down, evam, thus, trayi, three Vedas, dharmam, doctrines, anuprapanna, following, gata agatam, dead and bird, kama, desiring sense enjoyment, labante, attain, translation. When they have thus enjoyed heavenly sense pleasure, they return to this mortal planet again. Thus, through the Vedic principles, they achieve only flickering happiness. Purport. One who is promoted to those higher planetary systems enjoy a longer duration of life and better facilities for sense enjoyment. Yet one is not allowed to stay there forever. One is again sent back to this earthly planet upon finishing the results and fruits of pious activities. He who has not attained perfection of knowledge, as indicated in the Vedanta Sutra, Janma Dasya Yataha, Or in other words, he who fails to understand Krishna, the cause of all causes, becomes baffled in achieving the ultimate goal of life and is thus subjected to the routine of being promoted to the higher planets and then again coming down, as if situated on a Ferris wheel, which sometimes goes up and sometimes comes down. The purport is that instead of being elevated to the spiritual world where there is no longer any possibility of coming down, one simply revolves in the cycle of birth and death on higher and lower planetary systems. One should better take to the spiritual world to enjoy eternal life full of bliss and knowledge and never return to this miserable material existence. Hare Krishna. Okay, who wants to read the next one?
Can I, Prabhu?
Can I read?
Oh, you can read, Prabhu.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. Yes, Haribo. Thank you. Chintayantu mam ye jana palyupasate tesam nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamiyayam ananyam no other chintayantaha concentrating mam unto me ye janaha person palyupasate properly worship tesam there nitya always abhiyuktanam fixed in devotion yoga kshemam requirement vahami carry aham high translation but those who worship me with devotion meditating on my transcendental form to them I carry what they lack and preserve what they have. Purport. One who is unable to live for a moment without Krishna consciousness cannot but think of Krishna 24 hours being engaged in devotional service by hearing, chanting, remembering, offering prayers, worshipping, serving the lotus feet of the Lord, rendering other service, cultivating friendship, and surrendering fully to the Lord. Such activities are all auspicious and full of spiritual potencies. Indeed, they make the devotee perfect in self-realization. Then his only desire is to achieve the association of Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is called yoga. By the mercy of the Lord, such devotees never come back to this material condition of life. Kshema refers to the merciful protection of the Lord. The Lord helps the devotee to achieve Krishna consciousness by yoga, and when he becomes fully Krishna conscious, the Lord protects him from falling down to a miserable conditioned life. Who wants to read?
May I continue, bro?
Yeah, you can. Thank you very much, Haribo.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Yeah, thank you, bro. Thanks so much. ये प्य अन्य देवता भक्ता यज्ञति श्रद्धा श्रद्धान्वितः तेऽपि माम् एव कौन्तेय यज्ञाते अविधि पूर्वकम्. Okay, yeah, those api also anya other devata demigods bhaktya devotees yajnati worship sardhyaya anvita with faith they appear also me eva even Kaunteya O son of Kunti Yajnanti sacrifice avidhi purvakam in a wrong way. Translation: whatever a man may sacrifice to other gods, O son of Kunti, is really meant for me alone. but it is offered without the true understanding. Purport. Persons who are engaged in the worship of demigods are not very intelligent, although such worship is done to me indirectly. Krishna says, for example, when a man pours water on the leaves and branches of a tree without pouring water on the root, he does so without sufficient knowledge or without observing regulative principles. Similarly, the process of rendering service to different parts of the body is to supply food to the stomach. The demigods are, so to speak, different officers and directors in the government of the Supreme Lord. One has to follow the laws made by the government, not by the officers or directors. Similarly, everyone is to offer his worship to the Supreme Lord only. That will automatically satisfy the different officers and directors of the Lord. The officers and directors are engaged as representatives of the government, and to offer some bread to the officers and directors is illegal. This is stated here as avidhi purvakam. In other words, Krishna does not approve the unnecessary worship of the demigods. Reboot. Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare
See, they
Hare.
have changed it like this.
Yes, bro.
I think this is better. I take this one.
This one is this one is nice, I think. Original.
Yes, Prabhu. Okay, Hero Prabhu, do you want to read the next one?
Yeah.
Haribo.
Haribol.
Yes. Haribol. Aham hi sarva yakyanam bhokta cha prapur eva cha natumam api chananti tatvena tas chavantite. Aham he surely sarva of all yakyanam sacrifices bhokta enjoyer cha and prapu Lord eva also cha and na not tu but mom, me. Translation api chananti, no, tatvena, in reality, ataha, therefore, chyavan, chyavanti, fall down, they. Translation, I am the only enjoyer and the only object of sacrifice. Those who do not recognize my true transcendental nature fall down. Purport. Here it is clearly stated that there are many types of yagya performances recommended in the Vedic literatures, but actually all of them are meant for satisfying the Supreme Lord. Yagya means Vishnu. In the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, it is clearly stated that one should only work for satisfying Yagya or Vishnu. The perfectional form of human civilization known as Varnashrama Dharma is specifically meant for satisfying Vishnu. Therefore, Krishna says in this verse, I am the enjoyer of all sacrifices because I am the Supreme Master. However, less intelligent persons, without knowing this fact, worship demigods for temporary benefit. Therefore, they fall down to material existence and do not achieve the desired goal of life. If, however, anyone has any material desire to be fulfilled, he had better pray for it to the Supreme Lord. although that is not pure devotion, and he will thus achieve the desired result. Hari Bol.
Yes, Prabhu. Haribol. Thank you so much. Okay, I'll read one more and then we need to go to 6 Astakam prayers because I need to continue the cooking. Yanti deva vrita devan pitrin yanti pitrivrita bhutani yanti bhuteja yanti madhya gino yajino pimam. Yanti achieve Deva Vrata, worshippers of demigods, Devan to demigods, Pitrin to ancestors, Yanti go, Pitrivrata, worshippers of ancestors, Bhutani to ghosts and spirits, Yanti go, Bhuteya, worshippers of ghosts and spirits, Yanti go, Matmai Yagna, devotees, Api also, Mam, unto me. So, this verse explains how not every road leads to the same destination. They say Yatomattatopat, but it's not like that. Krishna says that those who worship the demigods will take birth among the demigods. Those who worship the ghosts and spirits will take birth among such beings. Those who worship ancestors go to the ancestors, and those who worship me will live with me. Purport. If anyone has any desire to go to the moon, the sun, or any other planet, one can attain the desired destination by following specific Vedic principles recommended for that purpose. These are vividly described in the fruitive activities portion of the Vedas, technically known as Darsha Paurnamashi, which recommends a specific worship of demigods situated on different planets. Similarly, one can attain the Pita planets by performing a specific yagna. Similarly, one can go to many ghostly planets and become a yaksha, raksha, or pisacha. Pisacha worship is called black arts or black magic. There are many men who practice this black art and they think that it is spiritualism, but such activities are completely materialistic. Similarly, a pure devotee who worships the Supreme Personality of Godhead only achieves the planets of Vaikunta and Krishna Loka without a doubt. It is very easy to understand through this important verse that if by simply worshipping the demigods one can achieve the heavenly planets, or by worshipping the Pita achieve the Pita planets, or by practicing the black arts achieve the ghostly planets, why can the pure devotee not achieve the planet of Krishna or Vishnu? Unfortunately, many people have no information of these sublime planets where Krishna and Vishnu live, and because they do not know of them, they fall down. Even the impersonalists fall down from the Brahma Jyoti. This Krishna consciousness movement is therefore distributing sublime information to the entire human society to the effect that by simply chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, one can become perfect in this life and go back home, back to Godhead. Yes, Prabhu. So we should do like this, that we should chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and become perfect in this life and go back home, back to Godhead.
Yes, Prabhu.
Jai.
Jai.
And now let's read 6 Astakam prayers. Cheto darpanamarjanam pavamaha Shreyah Kairavachandrika Vitaranam Ityavadu Jeevanam Anandam Pudivardhanam Pratipadam Purnamritasvadanam Sarvadmasnapanam Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam.
नाम्नामकारि बहुधा निज सर्वशक्ति तत्रार्पिता नियमिता स्मरणेन काला एतादृशी तव कृपा भगवन्ममापि दुर्दैवं विदृशं हैजिनीननुग्रहा
Trinadapi sunicena, talolapi saishnunam, hamani namanadena, kiltaniya sadahari.
नटनं न जनं न सुन्दरीं कवितां वा जगदीशकामये मम जन्मनि जन्मनीश्वरे भवदात् भक्तिरहैतुकी त्वयि
ऐनन्दतनुजा किङ्करं पतितां मां विषमे भवां बुधौ कृपया तव पादपङ्कजा स्थितधूलिसदृशं विचिन्तया
नयनं गलद अशूर्धराय वदनं गद्गदहृदया गिरा पुलके निचिन्तं वपु कदा तव नाम ग्रहणे भविष्यति
युगायितं निमेषेण चक्षुषा प्लविषायितं शून्यायितं जगत्सर्वं गोविन्दविलहेन मे
आश्लिष्यवापदारतं विनष्टु मां दर्शनान् मर्म हतं करोतु वा यथा तथा वा विदधातु लम्पटो मत्प्राणनत्सा तु स एव नः
Haribo. Translation. Glory to the Sri Krishna Sankirtan, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes the fire of conditional life of repeated birth and death. The Sankirtan movement is the prime benediction for humanity at large because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss and it enables us to fully taste the nectar for which we are always anxious.
O my Lord, your holy name alone can render all benediction to living beings, and those you have hundreds and millions of names like Krishna and Govinda. In these transcendental names, you have invested all your transcendental energies. There are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. O my Lord, out of kindness, you enable us to easily approach you by your holy names. But I am so unfortunate that I have no attraction for them.
One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and should be ready to offer all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly.
O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your causeless devotional service, birth after birth.
O son of Maharaj Nanda, Krishna, I am your eternal servitor, yet somehow or other I have fallen into the ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as one of the atoms at your lotus feet.
O my Lord, when will my eyes be decorated with tears of love for flowing constantly when I chant your holy name? When will my voice choke up, and when will the hairs of my body stand on end at the recitations of your name?
O Govinda, feeling your separation, I am considering a moment to be like 12 years or more. Tears are flowing from my eyes like torrents of rain, and I am feeling all vacant in the world in your absence.
I know no one but Krishna as my Lord, and he shall remain so even if he handles me roughly by his embrace or makes me broken-hearted by not being present before me. He is completely free to do anything and everything, for he is always my worshipful Lord, unconditionally.
Haribol, Sri Siksastagam ki jai, Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, Panchatattva ki jai, Nityananda Prabhu ki jai, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai, Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premanande, Hari
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 Bol.
Bol.
Oh,
Prabhu, we can read offenses.
Oh, yes, Prabhu, of course.
wow.
Thank you, Prabhu, for reminding.
No, Prabhu. Like,
This one. Okay, the 10 offenses to the holy name. 1. To blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord.
Second one, to consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of the Lord Vishnu.
3. To disobey the orders of the spiritual
Master.
4. To blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version.
5. To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination.
Sixth, to give some interpretations to the holy name of the Lord.
7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name.
8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities, karma kanda.
9.
I'm sorry if I...
Yeah, that's fine. To instruct the faithless person about the glories of the holy name.
10th, to not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachments. Even after understanding so many instructions on this matter, it is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success. Krishna Prema. Reward. पश्चात् सिन्धुभयेव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः.
Thank you so much, Prabhu, for association. It was very
Thank you
nice.
so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Jai
Thank
Shri
you
Prabhu.
so much, Prabhu.
Prabhu.